This next chapter of my life is called Choosing Myself. I shouldn't even have to explain this one. I'm choosing myself over anyone else. And if people are angry or think I'm selfish for doing so, so be it. I lived all my life worrying about what other people think of me, feeling guilty for wanting something different for myself. And guess what? I was not happy. I was pretty miserable. Because to me, it's a miserable life to live for someone else while losing sight of who you are, becoming a shadow of yourself. And when I was feeling down one day, I wrote this quote: Was I okay before? All those times where I answered, I'm fine, thank you. Was I lying to myself? Was I ignoring my emotions like I always do? Was I feeling anxious but got so used to it that I genuinely believed that I was doing all right? I went to the doctor a few months ago for a physical issue I had, and he told me the root of that sickness was anxiety, which was weird because I didn't feel anxious at all. Stress, a little bit, yes, but anxiety? No. Right. Well, long story short, I was anxious. The doctor told me that I'm so used to feel anxious that I now deal with it as being okay. Chronic anxiety, the doctor said. Few days later, it all came. For 3 days, I tried to feel it. Why am I not feeling it then? I repeated to myself for 3 days straight. And one day, during a walk, it all came. All at once. Yes, I was indeed feeling anxious. End quote. And even if I said on a video that I won't add this part in one of my podcast episodes, I do think it's important for you to hear it, to hear how hard I was with myself before. Not so long ago, actually. Quote, there's a side of me. I call her Lilith. She's bossy, judgy, and a little too confident. The crazy part is that she's all of that, with me only. She's telling me how stupid I am sometimes to refuse to move on from certain situations, to have hard times accepting change. She's not screaming. She murmurs. She whispers. She hums. She's not an alter ego. She's not an evil spirit. She's just the low vibrational part of me. And her name is Lilith. I heard her today. I was thinking about a very specific situation. I was thinking about that friend, the one that made me spiral for days, asking myself if I did something wrong. Yeah, that one. Well, I heard her say that I was completely stupid not to move on from this absolutely ridiculous situation. She said that he moved on from me, and I should do the same. Well, when it comes to the last part, she's not wrong. I should accept change, because that's what it is. I had thousands of conversations trying to make that friend understand how sad and hurt I was from realizing everything changed. Thousands of conversations only for nothing. Only for me to keep crying in my bed late at night. Lilith would even say that he was probably thinking the exact same thing that she was. This girl is still there? Does she knows how pathetic she is? Yeah, Lilith is a bitch. But she's not all wrong. I should accept change, not lose myself into explaining why people shouldn't abandon me. I should accept my reality. So, next time, I'm going to look at Lilith in her eyes and say, "You're right. You don't need to be that harsh, though, but you're right." End quote. So, if I want to cut ties with someone who keeps hurting me because they need to give themselves the excuse of understanding where I come from to stop, then trust me, I will. If I need to cut ties with someone who gives themselves millions of excuses not to act as a friend anymore, but keep saying that this is what they want, then I will gladly walk away. My words won't be appreciated by a lot of people hearing this. People who might think they know me, and people who genuinely have no idea of who I am, but won't have a good opinion of me after hearing this. And to everybody, I say, I do not give a single fuck anymore. So, yeah, this next chapter of my life is called Choosing Myself. Because I'm choosing myself over people who physically can't be there for me the way I would want and deserve. And I no longer hate them for it. I accept it. It's like this quote I heard one day: "Some people won't be able to love you the way you wanted them to. Don't hate them for it." To build my dream, I need to visualize. Visualize myself in this life I want. A self sufficient woman, confident, motivated, and empathetic. I started to ask myself this question: if all the challenges I have right now in my life, financial, people pleasing, would not exist anymore, what decision would I make? What would I do? And who would I be? And I got my answer. I will not live my life pitying myself and wondering what people feel about my decisions. I would accept myself for who I am. I would not feel unloved, rejected, and ignored. And a voice told me, then do it. Do it now. Be that person now. I know that you're waiting for the perfect situation to present itself to then become that person, but you actually have to become that person first for the situation to present itself. You have to embody this energy. Become that person now. Do everything you need to do for it. And so I did.